Hey guys, welcome to Survival Savvy Mama and our Survival Savvy community. I am here today on June the 20th, the day after uh, Juneteenth. And guys, it's been such an eventful week for me. And I just wanted to share that with you as well because I'm checking off my bucket list. And this weekend, I was able to do something that I've never done before. Uh, and it was something that was on my bucket list, one of which to go to a concert, to experience a concert. Well, out of all the years that I've been living, I've never was interested in concerts, although I know they are hyped and live and exciting before I had even experienced it. It was just never a thing to do for me. Um, but October the 10th, 2022, things changed for me, and a lot of things changed, including my bucket list. My bucket list grew longer. I was admitted into the hospital under pain in my side, and in all actuality, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, AML. It is a blood cancer, and when I arrived there, I was told that I literally had a week, a week and a half to live if I was not able to get on treatment ASAP. And the treatment that I needed was, of course, chemotherapy. But my chemotherapy was a little different than some people who do outpatient chemotherapy. My chemotherapy was intensive, and literally I had to go in and do chemo, and I would usually be there from anywhere from 5 to 7 days. Once the chemo kicked in, as far as affecting my body, making my body feel different, maybe the 10th day after chemo, all my levels dropped, my energy dropped, pain, excruciating pain was something hard to deal with, but I got through it. Um, 30 days into my treatment, I went into remission. I continued to still had to do treatment up until the end of April. And then they retested everything, and I was told that I was, as they say, cancer free. I am in the observation stage. Again, we'll take a look at my cancer. I get blood work all the time, but I would look at my cancer um, at a time where, a year from now, which will be in October. And I pray that uh, cancer is still gone. I pray for everyone that's going through the battle of cancer, whatever cancer you have. I pray that you guys get well, get your strength back, start to enjoy your family, and start to do some of the things that you've put off for so many years. Because in that time, it taught me something that I already knew, that we only have a short time here. And why waste it on things that's not important, or things that it's just basically a waste of time that bears no fruit. Um, but for me, the concert was great. It was the Joy Fest Juneteenth concert. I am a big fan of Yolanda Adams. Through her music, it got me through a lot of tough days. I have seen some of the worst days in my life. God brought me through it. Um, uh, Music ministries brought me through it, helped me to get through it, keep my grounding and my footing. And when things got scary, I had to dig deep into my faith. And they say, Jada, how did you get through that? Well, see, I wasn't fighting in the natural. I was fighting in the supernatural. And fighting in the supernatural is totally different than fighting in the natural. I'm just man. And we can manifest what we pray for. God hears our prayers. He has not forgotten us at all. Sometimes we forgot to walk with him, but he's never forgotten us. But the concert was absolutely beautiful. I enjoyed my time there. I did not get to see Ty Tribute. I did see him come on, but the music for me was super duper loud. I was on the floor. It was super duper loud. I really couldn't understand what he was saying, but I loved his energy. He came out like bam. I loved his energy. But again, I can't understand it, and it was blowing my ears. And honestly, I love the concert. I don't know if I will experience another concert because I figured one thing out about myself. I don't like to sit that long. The concert's too long for me. And they should be because you get your money's worth. But for me, my attention span sometimes is short. But I got to see who I wanted to see. The host was amazing. The DJs were amazing. I just enjoyed the whole vibe. Afterwards, hung out with family. I also visited my family there. And we actually got to see the hosts, some of the hosts of the event. And they were really nice and gracious. Took a picture with them guys, and you need to check them out, Hot 97. And then there's also someone else, but I will make sure to tag them or leave a link in the bottom. So maybe if you want to follow them, that you can. It was absolutely amazing, you know. But for me, I can't sit too long, for my good. But the other thing, guys, I'm so excited about going to the concert. I get there, literally pulls up in the city and realize, no, matter of fact, that's a lie. Get into the hotel room and started to pull out my things so that I can hang up my concert outfit and realize I never even brought it. Now in my bag, I just had regular clothes, and I never got my clothes out of my closet. And wow, I did not have nothing to wear. I wasn't in a panic, but I was like, oh, really? Like, dude, what am I supposed to do? Called my cousin, like, cousin, man down situation. This is a man down situation. The show is tonight. And I have nothing to wear. I have shoes, but I have nothing to wear. She said, no worries. I got you. We're going to hit a couple stores up. Boom, see what you need. Get what you need. And we're going to be good. She said, I'm on my way. Pick me up. Took me and my daughter to the store. Got some things that I needed. I was done. I was good. I wasn't stressing. So I appreciate that, cousin. Good looking out because I don't know my way around. And thank you. On time, on point. I appreciate you. One love. And so with that being said, I enjoyed my weekend. Yolanda Adams talked about how her luggage didn't make it to where she was going that week. She just had a crazy week. But we know one thing. It's always for our good. Regardless of what it looked like, it's always for our good. So, I didn't put much energy and time into that, but we truly enjoyed ourselves. South Carolina is a beautiful place. Guys, if you've never visited, you might want to do yourself a favor and visit it. It's much to do, and it's just such a beautiful state. And with that being said, I want to get into some other things because, baby, it's something coming down, and somebody ain't telling us everything we need to know. But before we go into that, let's look at some daily news. And I have a few browsers open, so please bear with me. Let's talk about, I'm sorry. Someone's calling, but not today. We're not doing that today. Okay, not at this moment. Call me back. Thank you. Let's talk about the lost submersive machine that's in the water with 5 people. Okay, let me go to Reddit. No, actually, let's go back. Let's go back to the New York Post. Rather you believe the Post or not, or you believe these news stations and affiliates that we use the information. These are not my words. These are theirs. I'm just coming to bring it to you and share with you. This one is about the missing submersive. And who knew? I didn't know the difference between a submersive and a submarine, but we'll get into that. Missing Titanic sub In a submersible, not submarine, the difference is key. Okay. Okay, so teach me something. I like to learn. The tourist vessel that went missing on its way to the Titanic wreckage is a submersible, not a submarine. And the difference is key to why it has disappeared. Um, as a submersible, unlike a submarine, doesn't have enough power to launch itself into the ocean and return on its own. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration explains on its website. So if you want more information on that, I would advise you to go to that website and check that out. Instead of a submersible relies on a support ship to launch it and recover it. The procedure is similar to a boat that takes scuba divers out to the sea with their gear, allowing them to jump for their underwater adventure and then climb back on board for the trip back to shore. Ocean Gate Expeditions, Titan, a Cyclops class submersible designed to carry 5 people to depths of up to 13,123 feet, uses the Polar Prince, a former Canadian Coast Guard icebreaker, as a support ship. But the Titan lost contact with the Polar Prince 1 hour and 45 minutes into its dive on Sunday afternoon, according to the U.S. Coast Guard, leaving it missing in the depths of the North Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so I admire the adventure of the knowing. I admire the people with the balls, let me say, the balls, to do such an extraordinary thing and to visit the depths of the ocean. I pray that they make it back safe. I pray that they find these individuals, and I pray that they are safe and one day able to tell their story before a person like me that's not so adventurous in such a way. Baby, she ain't getting in that. She ain't going. I don't care what kind of money you got, what kind of office you got. No. I don't trust technology like that, and maybe that's just a me thing, but you're talking about going all the way. I mean, 13,123 feet into water that, first of all, we've explored more of space than we have the water. And it's kind of murky down there. And no. No. She just not built like that. I can't. But kudos to those who could. And I hope and pray that they find these people soon. I am going to look at another report about that. So it says on the Reuters, it says their headline is, "Who is on the missing Titanic sub?" Well, let's see, because I don't know. Okay, and this came out June the 20th, which is today at 12:25. A 5-person submersible vessel taking wealthy adventurers on a $250,000 trip to see the wreckage of the 1912 Titanic disaster, 12,500 feet, which is about 3,800 miles under sea, is missing in the Atlantic off of Canada. Okay. 5 wealthy people paid $250,000 probably per person to go and go to visit the wreck. I'm going to give you a better way to do it. Go to the Titanic Museum. But I know that's not good enough for everybody. I just was at the Titanic Museum, a plethora of information. You know, I don't think any of my color went down on that boat, but it's still history. I needed to see it. I wanted to see it. I enjoyed it. But I don't want to see it that bad. That bad to pay to go to the bottom and then get lost. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Just to think about it. Lord, I can't breathe. No, can't do it. But again, for those who can, kudos. But see, 5 people of my color, I'm scared they're gonna leave us down there. Ain't taking no chances. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Space. Yeah. I feel the same way about space as I do going underwater. Yeah. When it's time for me to go in space, I'll be there. If it's time, if my turn to come to go to the water, I guess I'll be there too. But right now, let's stay planning. I don't know. I don't even care to fly that much anymore. And I love the airplane. Technology getting a little wobbly and the planes be your girl don't think she can make it through that. I'm just saying, the last flight I took, I had a panic attack, my first one ever on a plane, because the turbulence was like this. And my heart was like, oh God, not this time. Please, not this time. Everybody was on the plane freaking out. That's how bad it was. Even the stewardess was looking unsure, like, oh no. So I've taken a break from that, but I will get back on the plane. I'm just saying, all jokes aside, real talk, when things start looking shady and things not operating the way they used to, or stuff start looking sketchy, or these conspiracy theory things start looking real, your girl, cancel her, cut her out of that. We not doing none of that. I done came too far. I done beat too many things. Be playing around with y'all. I ain't playing. Cancer ain't take me out, and neither is that airplane, and neither is that submersible, or neither is anything else God ain't ready for me for, if he ain't gonna allow it. So I'm smart. He said, Jada, don't get on that. Jada, don't do that. That's not for you. I listen. Okay. So again, we hope that these people find it back. As of right now, it is still missing. And so let's go and jump over to some geopolitical news real quick. And I won't hold you guys too much longer. I know I've been on here for a second, but I won't hold you guys too much longer. Europe. Russian soldiers get $12,000 for destroying German tanks in Ukraine. This is also on Reuters. Whether you believe them or not, as far as a news agency, that's not my business. I don't know. I take everything I read kind of with a grain of salt from our country for obvious reasons. But I also pay attention to other country news, and I kind of put them together and, and kind of create what they're not telling us. Okay. So, but I'm reading from Reuters, and this is Europe. So again, the title is Russian soldiers get $12,000 for destroying German tanks in Ukraine. Okay, I'm gonna move on. A Russian soldier who destroyed a German-made Leopard tank in a battle in Ukraine has been given a 1 million ruble, which equates to $11,842, reward by a private. Let's see, who was the private? Okay, that was the subtitles. Okay, so Russian soldier who destroyed a German-made Leopard tank in a battle in Ukraine has been given 1 million ruble, $11,842, reward by a private foundation Russia's defense ministry said on Tuesday. Okay. It published a video showing the soldier, Andrei Krivetsov. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I'm doing my best. Sitting on a hospital bed and receiving a reward certificate from Alexander Karelin. That was my effort. A 3-time Olympic champion in Greco-Roman wrestling. The ministry did not say when and where Krivetsov, that's me trying to name, I'm sorry if I got it wrong, and I'm sure I did, had destroyed the tank or what he was being treated for in the hospital. In the video, he appeared to be missing his right hand. Russia said its forces have destroyed a number of German-made Leopards and U.S.-supplied Bradley fighting vehicles since Ukraine launched a counter-offensive earlier this month. Reuters could not independently verify the numbers involved. The Defense Ministry last week said it had paid individual bonuses to more than 10,000 Russian servicemen. Somebody's calling. Let's go back. To 10,000 Russian servicemen since the start of the Ukraine war. Something Moscow calls a special military operation for destroying and capturing Ukrainian and Western supplied hardware. It said that the rate was 100,000 rubles for the tank and the rubles for a plane. So somebody's really trying to call me while I'm doing this. So excuse me, please, for that. But I'm going to stop right there when it comes to reading this. I have so many different feelings about that. The incentive, first of all, war sucks. Sucks. Nobody should be going to war. We should be all collectively trying to figure out how we can make things work and be better. I don't understand. One thing I just don't understand. Why everybody got to take something. Now, to be clear, I'm not 100% up on why the Ukrainian war is going on. I have heard things. I don't know if they're true. Not my, they say, people say Nazi and all. I don't know. But what I do know is that war is bad for everybody. And I don't feel like our countries and the people running our country give two damns about their citizens. That's just my opinion. So, my opinion. We go hard for our country. They don't go hard for us. And a lot of people ask why, a lot of black people don't respond or speak about the Ukrainian war and the Russian war. And I'll tell you why. Plain and simple. Something we don't understand. It is something that when we see the faces of the people of Ukraine and Russia, we don't relate to them. We don't relate to this war. And this is my opinion. I'm not speaking for the general melanated community. I'm speaking from my opinion. Let me go back then. I don't feel like, I can relate to that. And then I say it with a bit of sarcasm. War is evil. War is bad. War is bad for everyone, every country, everything involved. It is bad for. But here's the deal. Nobody fights like that for us. I look at my people in Haiti. I look at the people in other parts of Africa, in different places, not just Africa. And the people that look like me, we don't get that kind of care. We don't get that kind of concern. And then I look at our people crossing the borders. Our babies, these babies and children and parents has been sleeping, and the weather, no matter what the weather is, been military has been sent over to stop them from coming in. When you give in passports, homes, all kinds of any resources that we pay for, plane tickets. Come on in, Ukrainian. Come on in. And then we got the Mexicans and other people coming from other countries laying on the streets, being peddled around through these different states, being shown off like a damn circus. Our babies, or the babies being displaced from their parents. They don't know where their kids are. Nobody care about. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm human. Make it make sense to me. The things that people, our homeless people today that live here in the United States can't get a eighth of what they're giving away freely. Who's checking these people? If you just giving out passports and giving out plane tickets, and who to say they not terrorists? How are you to prove to us that they're not? Are you running their background? I mean, things are so chaotic over there. How do you decipher that? But if you black, you already an enemy of the state. I don't care what nobody say. My opinion, but I know it to be fact. I'm just saying one day I'm going to bring you that information. But I can't bring you that information here on Facebook and some of the other social medias because they're going to shut my page down. So with that being said, guys, please visit me on my other links. Please come visit me at Patreon. Patreon is a members only kind of platform, but what it does is allow us to talk openly without being scrutinized, shut down, sanctioned, whatever they want to do to us. They won't get rid of us. They don't want to be heard. And a lot of things that I used to say was, or people would say or attribute to conspiracy, is now fact. So we need to pay attention because there's a lot of stuff that they ain't telling us about. But again, can you please visit me on patreon.com/survivalsavvymama. Join. Let's have a conversation. Get to know a little bit more about me. Get to know what's going on with our community. Let's come together and be resources for each other, share tips and ideas on how to get through this, because ultimately we are all here trying to get through this. And if we're all on the same page and trying to make it, more than just trying to get through what we see the war, but we got the CBDC, we got the other stuff and how they're going to control us that way. There's so much to talk about, and I cannot talk about it here the way I'd like to. And since my mouth rambles, I'm not going to do that because I'll be hurting myself. But in the meantime and in between time, you also can follow me on www.survivalsavvymama.com, where I will be adding more contents and videos that maybe I haven't posted on YouTube or live or anything, so that we can get to know each other and talk to me. Hit me up, email me, let's talk about it. Again, Survival Savvy Mama. And if you aren't on YouTube, please go like, share Survival Savvy Mama. Let's talk about it. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to drop as much content as I can today, and we're going to come back and talk about some stuff. Okay? You guys have a wonderful day. Signing off, Survival Savvy Mama, Jada.